Hello, hello. I am very appreciative that you have stopped by. This is Carol, the other wise woman, and you have come to my intuitive and interpretive reading of the prevailing energies that will be with us from the new moon on the 25th of October, 2022, until the full moon on November 8th of 2022. This is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. So let's take a look at our elements for this moon cycle period. We have Lone Thorn. This card is from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck. We have the Seer from the Wildwood Tarot. And we have Fir as our Celtic tree ogham. Even though this looks a little battered, it's missing some of its bark. But the energy is great. Now, I see a clear message that all these elements are working synergistically toward. And the Seer is the one that ties it together. I'm going to save her for last, I think, when I talk about these different elements. But I will say, when I was shuffling this deck, I hadn't done more than 2 or 3 moves when she just jumped right out. So I know she's got a very strong message for this period. But I'm going to turn first to Fir. This energy is associated with vitality and life force and good health. It was probably the Scots pine that was the original fir in the Celtic ogham alphabet. Now, I was raised with different types of pine, and there was a saying that if lightning struck anywhere near trees, it would hit a pine tree. I don't know how true that is, but it does point to fir or pine's association with the fire element, and we think of that as warmth and light and strength and drive and passion. So very fitting for a tree of vitality. But there's more to it than that. Firs, pines usually grow very, very tall, and they have a nice sturdy root system. They would have to for them to grow so tall. So from the perspective of a pine, one could look out and see a great distance. And this energy is about far seeing. But for us as human beings, that translates as the ability to understand our points of view, perhaps see other people's points of view, and to use what we have learned through experience, what we have learned through study, what we have learned just through our years of living. So the fir encourages us to use our knowledge, but this is, again, knowledge that has been accumulated. It's not intuitive flash. It's good, sensible thinking. And how can we use that? Well, Lone Thorn is about using, again, this grounded information, this knowledge that we've accumulated, a good root system this lone thorn, I see a resemblance between that and what I imagine a pine tree looking like. But this is about strength and versatility and bringing forth our own inner strength, wisdom, desires to create a life that is very much suited to who we truly are. Sometimes lone thorns suggest that we might need some time to ourselves so that we can focus on ourselves. And that is one element of this overall reading. This is about personal development and personal growth, personal creativity, than it is about the group. Now, the seer takes that solid base, that rooted knowledge, that rooted experience, and brings in the element of imagination and creativity, particularly the feminine qualities, the arts, well, any creative expression is a feminine, associated with the feminine. But the seer wants us to root that in reality. Okay, this is not just the inspiration, this is the actual process. So if you have had a creative idea floating around, it's time to take the steps to bring it in reality. Maybe you've got an idea for a story you would like to write. Well, with the seer, she gives the inspiration to sit down at the keyboard and start writing it, bringing it into the material world. Perhaps there's, if you're an artist, there's a drawing or a painting, you have an idea going around in your head. This is the time to start working on it, to combine action with your dreams, to combine practicality with your creativity. It's time to bring all those wonderful creative visions into material existence. And because there is a strong element of personal development here, I would say focus on that. What do you want to create? What do you as an individual want to create? Because the energies are going to be very, very supportive during this new moon to full moon period. As I'm just looking at the bowl here that holds something, I'm thinking, maybe there's a recipe you've had rolling around in your head you want to try. Well, do it. This is the time to pull on your experience, pull on your knowledge, use what you know to imagine what you want to bring into the world, and take the steps. Oh, I hate to use the word manifest because it's so overused in a lot of metaphysical circles, but I will say, yeah, begin manifesting your most creative, your most joyful, your most fulfilling dream. The energy will be great during these weeks. Well, I hope you manifest wonderful things. And just a reminder, if you would like a personal reading with me, please reach me at otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com. Drop me a line and we will discuss the possibilities. Also, please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it very much, as would YouTube. So, get busy creating something wonderful, and I will see you at the full moon. Bye-bye, my dear ones.